Testing. Hello there, and welcome to another episode of On Deck with Coach Cameron. This is Coach Cameron here. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is episode 10 of On Deck with Coach Cameron, and what we're talking about today is how to stand out from a crowded marketplace and be a trailblazer. And I'll quickly tell you a story about a friend of mine who's a professional speaker. You know, like myself, he speaks on stages on sales and marketing and digital marketing. And he was telling me that he was at an event where he was speaking and he had finished his presentation. And the next day he was sitting at the back of the room amongst the audience members at, the tables everyone else was sitting at. And he was telling the story about how as he was sitting there, he was just watching the person next to him and observing what they were doing. And they pulled their phone out and they started to go through their email list. And they were literally deleting 20 to 30 emails at a time. And he thought, gosh, this is my potential customer. This is my target market. This is my audience. And they're literally swiping, 20 to 30 emails off their phone at a time, not even looking at them, not even opening them, not even checking out what the messages are from the marketing that they're being sent. And, that made me wonder, as I heard that story, it made me wonder how many of us in business and marketing and sales are actually got a vanilla ice cream product. And what I mean by that is that we're not blazing our own trail. We're following the trails of other people. We're not having a point of difference. We're just the same as everyone else. It's like we're a me too of everyone else. And so today I want to give you 5 steps that I've written down to help you not be vanilla ice cream in the marketplace, but come up with your own flavor, so to speak, your own flavor of ice cream in your business, in your marketing. Could it be choc chip rainbow ice cream? Could it be peppermint strawberry ice cream? Like, I don't know what it is for you, but you get the idea, right? You don't want to be vanilla ice cream. You don't want to be the same as everyone else, because if you're the same as everyone else, you get exactly the same results. And, that's true not only in business, but it's true in life and it's true in sports. If you're a professional athlete and you're training for an event, if you do the same type of training and as your competitors, you will get the same results. You see, competitive athletes are looking for the edge. They're looking for, the special type of training that's going to give them that, little bit extra so they can get to the finish line faster or hit the ball smarter or, whatever it is that they do quicker, faster, higher, all that sort of stuff. So in business and marketing, it's the same. You want to be the, peppermint, strawberry, rainbow flavored ice cream, not the vanilla ice cream. You want to be looking for the edge. You want to be blazing your own trail in your business and with your marketing and your sales training and your sales people. So hey, let's jump into it today. The first one I've got here is to obviously be different. Don't be the vanilla flavored ice cream. So how you be different, though, there's a strategy on this. And I've always done it. And I've done it with the athletes that I've coached, maybe those who may or may not know my story. I used to be, going back 20 years ago now, I used to be a professional sports coach. And what I used to do is not only study my own athletes, but I'd study the competition. And then when I got into business, after that, 7-year stint, I got into business. And I was in business for over 12 years before I became, a speaker and a professional consultant, which is what I do now. But when I was in business, we used to do the same thing. We used to research our competitors. So, we used to mystery shop our competitors, find out what they're doing, what are their prices, what marketing are they doing. If you can, subscribe to their list. I would encourage you, if you've got competitors, do this. Get a Hotmail account or a Yahoo Mail account or a Gmail account that doesn't, indicate who you are, and subscribe to your competitors' lists. Now, you want to get exactly what they're sending to their target market. You want to get their messages and their marketing so that you can use it against them, right? And not only that, but you want to blaze your own trail. You want to be different. You don't want to be the vanilla ice cream. So if you find out what your competitors are doing, and you can do this on a local level if you're a bricks and mortar business, you can find out exactly the messages that your competitors may or may not be sending to their target market, and then you can create a whole point of difference with your marketing. So that's one really cool tip that I would encourage you you to do is to be different, find out what your competitors are doing, and then do the exact opposite from them, because they're all doing the same as each other. They're mystery shopping each other and checking out what each other are, and they're price matching and all that. When I was in business as well, at one time I had 3 different businesses, 1,500 clients every week and over 30 staff. And what we always worked on was being the opposite to our competitors. So if our competitors' prices were X, we'd be X plus 20 or 30%. We'd always put ourselves in a higher price bracket to our competition, because we wanted to position ourselves in a different way in the customer's or potential prospects' eyes. And I would encourage you to do that as well. So be different with your marketing, be different with your products and your price points, and be different with your service. The sales service and the after sales service, be different in the way you provide that to your potential customers and your clients and raving fans as well. Okay, the second tip I've got here is to be less salesy in your marketing. And what I mean by that is, be less salesy. I think we get so much marketing these days where we're bombarded with the amount of marketing messages that we get online. And so you want to be less salesy. So, in your email marketing, don't have a lot of, images and a lot of HTML images where, when you look at your Gmail or your Hotmail, the images don't automatically download straight away. You just want to be plain text in that, but have a really good point of difference message. Sometimes I send emails out and they're literally like 6 lines long, and there'll be 6 sentences. And some of my best emails, and when I say my best emails, sales that I've made from emails, there's some emails I've made $16,000 worth of sales, and they were literally 6 lines. It was like, hi, here's a quick email today. I haven't got a lot of time. I know you're really busy. Click here if you're interested in this to learn more. And that was email. And it was a sign off and a PS, here's the link again. That was literally the email. And emails like that have generated me, as I said, $16,000 in sales from a product that I've sold online or a service that I've sold online. So, you don't always have to have, 5 to 10 pages of sales copy. Make sure that you have the right marketing message. Some more friendly with your email marketing. How can you make your email marketing messages more personalized? Can you put the person's name? Can you have a really nice personalized sign off? Can you just do it in your own language? Can you just be more natural in the way you're presenting? And less marketing on your email messages. So, okay, you want to have your logo at the top. That's cool. But, other than that, don't put your logo all over the place and, website and links and all that sort of stuff. And, more pictures, clicks, lots of clicks here, lots of selling going on. You don't want to give people too many mixed messages in the one, email marketing message. So the usual, rule, I guess you could say if it was a rule, would be just to have, one call to action per email. So, there's one call to action. What's the call to action? What do you really want them to do? Or what do you really want to educate your list with today? What do you want to teach them today? So be less salesy and more friendly with your email messages. Number 3, the third step is to be predictable. When you look at the top YouTubers, when I say YouTubers, I mean the people who are doing, YouTube videos and doing really well at them. They've got, thousands and thousands of subscribers and, literally hundreds of thousands of people, watching their videos every month. And the same with people who are doing podcasts. When you watch the top YouTubers and the top podcasters, what they do is they are predictable. And you need to be predictable in your business. You need to be predictable with your marketing. Your potential clients, your current clients, and your raving fans need to know exactly what are they going to get when they turn up to your business. What is the experience that they're going to have? They need to know exactly what it is. That you need to be predictable for them, so they know every time that they go there, they know exactly what they're going to get for the price that they're going to pay. And think about it. It's the same with McDonald's or, the coffee shops. I mean, in Australia, we've got, the Gloria Jeans. I know in America, and, there are Starbucks in Australia. When you walk into a Starbucks, you know exactly the type of coffee that you're going to get when you order your particular flavor of coffee. That's predictability. And you need to be predictable in your market. Yes, you want to have, that strawberry peppermint flavored ice cream product or service, but you've got to be able to deliver that strawberry peppermint pepper, I'm getting mixed up. You've got to be able to deliver that strawberry peppermint flavor ice cream all the time. You with me? All the time. It's got to be exactly the same. So when that person comes back for their favorite flavor, they know exactly what they're going to get, and they're going to be happy with that result. Now, also be predictable with your marketing. Now, what I mean by this, again, if we refer back to the top YouTubers and podcasters, they put out their videos or their podcast programs at the same day and same time every week. Now, some of them, like me, they'll do it the same time and day 2 times a week. You know, we push out this podcast program every Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 9:30. So I get on here and I do my hangout every Tuesday and Thursday morning. I'm here at 9:30. That way, if people want to watch, they know to check it out at 9:30. Now, they can watch any other time. That's cool. But at least they know that there's predictability there, and they know they can come here and find the information at the required time. Now, it's the same with your email marketing, your messages that you're sending out to your list and your people, the people who subscribe to your website and your updates and your newsletters and things like that. Be predictable. If you're going to put out a newsletter, make sure you put out a newsletter at on the 1st or 2nd of every month. If you're going to do email marketing, make sure you send an email every single Tuesday. If you're going to do it every Friday, whatever it is, just be predictable with your marketing so that people know what to expect and there's no surprises, because the reality is people don't like surprises. They actually like the same. People don't like change, remember? I mean, think about you in your own life and the people that you know. How many people do you know that really, really like change? Not many, right? People, they might want to change, but they like predictability. They want small amounts of changes in their lives. They want small amounts of surprises, but what they really want is predictability. Okay, so you've got to be predictable in your business and be predictable in your marketing. Now, the 4th step I've got here is to be the expert in your industry. Now, be the expert or a thought leader. People look up to people who can, lead them and show them the right ways to go. So, in your business, can you do some speaking? Can you do a video like this? Can you write a book? Can you write even a small book? One of my clients recently put a small book together. Actually, I think I've got it here. He put a small book together, and it's a great little book. It's a nice little read. You could knock it over in literally, I don't know, like 10 or 15 minutes, and it's got all the information there about his business. So, when someone rings up for a proposal, they can just, he can just send out that little book, and it positions himself as an expert in the marketplace. Because if they ring up the competition and ask for a price, what do they get? They get, something on a piece of paper mailed to them or emailed to them and nothing else. Whereas, my client puts out a little book and something else in there and a pen and something else and maybe, a calculator or something else, some sort of, gadgets or gimmicky things in there to position himself. You could put a mug in there or a golf ball or something like that. But you're with me, right? So something, as that people can use and part of their brand, but you also put the book in there. And again, it positions you differently in the marketplace. And it shows you that you're an expert because you know what you're talking about. You've got a book. Now, it can be a DVD. You can put an audio together. If you don't like getting on video like this, just get yourself an audio program. And you can tape an audio and you can burn it on DVD and you put a nice little cover on it and you can send someone a DVD. And that's going to position you differently because the prospect, before they make a buying decision, they will in your industry. Now, thought leader is, are you commenting online? Are you participating in communities? So, if you're, a publisher, are you participating in the publishing environment? If you're a digital marketer, are you participating and contributing online, so to help people? So, those sorts of things can position you as an expert in your industry. Now, the 5th and final tip today is to be empowering and or educational. So people want to be empowered and they want to be educated. They're the 2 things that people are looking for in this, in this day and age. And, we call it the new economy. The new economy is the relationship economy and the currency is information. People are trading information in the relationship economy. And so what you've got to do, that information that they're trading, you've got to make sure that it's empowering your prospects, it's empowering your customers and raving fans, and or it's educating them. So it's educating them on, the products and services, and it could be even educating them they buy from a competitor, for instance. So, in your educational content that you're putting out there, you might tell people what to look out for, what to avoid, the 7 mistakes to avoid when buying a pool, the 7 mistakes to avoid when building your first home, when borrowing from a bank, when buying a new car. You see, by putting that information out there, you're positioning yourself as someone who knows what they're talking about. You're an authority, and not only that, you're educating the prospect, and it allows them to make a better buying decision, and obviously and hopefully they'll buy from you. So there we have it, how to stand out and blaze your own trail, not be a vanilla ice cream flavored business or vanilla ice cream marketing, so to speak. I hope that's been helpful. If you want to connect with me on social media, please do so. You can find me on Twitter at Coach Cameron Roberts. You can also connect on Google+. Just check out Coach Cameron Roberts on Google+. Look for Coach Cameron Roberts. And we are on Facebook. Go to our Facebook page. Just search for On Deck with Coach Cameron or search for Coach Cameron Roberts, and we hook up there. Hey, if you're watching this video, please leave me a comment below. I'd love to see your comment, and I'll get around to replying back to all the comments that you leave, so that'd be really cool. And if you're watching on YouTube, give me a like and a thumbs up. That'd be really cool as well. Okay, this is Coach Cameron signing out. Until next episode, I'll talk to you really soon.